Hey there, it's Heather Hakes. Welcome back to my channel. If you are struggling to manifest and you've tried all of the things, the methods and the principles and the 369 method and still not getting what you want, today I'm going to help you break free of that internal resistance and get what you actually want easily. Before we dive in, the first step to creating change in your life is always awareness. And I have a free resource to help you get started. I'm going to include a link below, but make sure you take the free life assessment. All right, let's dive in and let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about manifesting made easy. Now, let's debunk this real quick. There is no woo-woo when it comes to manifesting. What I love about science, quantum physics specifically, is proving that manifestation is real. And let's define manifestation. Manifesting simply means bringing thought into form, bringing the invisible and making it visible, making the intangible tangible. Now, most people are manifesting and living life by default, getting what they don't want, staying broke, staying single, not having opportunities, and just getting by. But today I want to share with you how to manifest by design, how to intentionally and consciously create what you actually want in your life. So now that you know manifesting simply is whatever you focus on expands, whatever you think about, you bring about, I want to help you start manifesting your life by design. So manifesting made easy. The fact that you're watching this tells me that you have tried. Maybe you've had a little luck, a little bit of success, but you still struggle because you don't have everything that you want. So let's talk about what that struggle is. If you're not manifesting what you want, there's one reason. You have a conscious desire, 5% of your mind going against 95% of your mental programming, which creates internal resistance. Now, there's a lot of talk out there about affirmations, but number one, affirmations generally don't work because it creates more resistance. So for example, let's say you are affirming, I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am a millionaire. Consciously, you're using 5% of your mind to affirm that. But 95% of you, your beliefs and your emotional states and based on past experiences and programming, is stuck or broke or barely getting by. But you're affirming, I am wealthy. That creates internal resistance because your subconscious mind will reject it. It does not match the programming. So I want to help you tap into the superconscious mind so that you can start manifesting with ease. So here's where I want to bring it in and where we're going to start. You have to understand the mechanics and the foundational principles of manifesting so that you can start doing it by design. There are 3 planes of existence. So let's start there. The first one is you have to understand the spiritual realm. The second one is mental. That's kind of where we talk about the conscious mind. And the third is physical. This is our 3D plane where we actually experience matter. So let's start here, understanding the spiritual, mental, and physical realms and how this relates to mindset and manifesting. Another way of talking about the spiritual realm is understanding the spiritual is the super conscious. This is where science talks about the quantum field. So let me bring that in a different color. So the super conscious mind is also known as the quantum field. This is where all potentials already exist. And so that's why it said creation is finished. When you're manifesting, you are not creating something new. You are generating the emotional state, the embodiment to bring that into existence, which I will get into. The second phase is mental. This is your conscious mind. This is the 5% where you have your free will, your desires, your wishes, your hopes, whatever you want to manifest. And let me tell you this, the fact that you can desire something, that's your intuitive nudge, your soul, your higher self, bringing you that desire because it's already yours on the timeline. If you can desire something, you can experience it, and I want to make it easy for you. The last and final, the physical realm, the 3D that we experience, This is your subconscious mind. So let's talk about why you have struggles and you're not manifesting what you want. Again, we already talked about the misalignment. You've created resistance. So let's try this. If these are in alignment, if these aren't aligned, your conscious mind, your desires with your emotional feeling state, it creates resistance. If those aren't equal and aligned, we get resistance. What does resistance look like? Resistance equals, sorry, that's just out of the picture. Resistance equals things like fear, doubt. Anytime you question it, when fear creeps in, when doubt creeps in, you are now repelling what you want because it's not an emotional vibration matching your desire. So you have to create alignment. So what you do want, let's talk about what we do want here. We have to create alignment. This is the key, and this is why the subconscious is everything, and why affirmations are likely keeping you stuck. You have to create alignment with your mental and physical, and I will explain more, but we have to start here. You have to understand where creation is coming from, the super conscious mind. Now, some people talk about God, the infinite field, source, energy, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. I don't particularly use the word God because there's so much baggage around that, but I do want to give you my definition of God. And here's what God is, also known as the superconscious. God. Think of it like this, the grand, old, divine. That's what I think of God when I use that word. So to think about the grand, old, divine, you are God expressing itself through your eyes. You have incarnated from the spiritual realm into this physical body for full expression. So I want you to understand the kingdom is within, right? When you tap into and remember who you are, manifesting becomes easy, like almost out of air. But I want you to understand you have to connect and know you are not separate from. And that's where so much of the subconscious and limitation and limiting beliefs come in, because we've been programmed for thousands of years into four things: fear, lack, limitation, and separation. We have been programmed into the illusion of all of those things, forgetting who we are. So we're in this human experience with total amnesia, but when you remember, when you wake up from the illusion, when you remember you are part of the grand old divine, you are divinity, an aspect of divinity in your avatar, in your persona, wanting to experience itself. And when you get that, when you truly get that, manifesting becomes easy, because now you can create alignment and connect the three. So this is where all potentials already exist. Remember, you are not creating something new. You are generating the frequency. So we're going to get into that next. You are generating the frequency, the emotion, the vibrational state of that desire. And then I'll explain how that comes into form. But you have to have the conscious and subconscious in alignment. So now let's get into more of like the science and the quantum physics, the aspect of manifesting, so it can be easy for you. This can be second nature, because that is your birthright. I love how in the book by Florence Scovel Shinn, she talks about the square of life, and the square of life that she explains is your birthright is health, wealth, love, and full expression. Those four things are your birthright. And anytime that you don't have the health, the wealth, the love, or the full expression, fulfillment, whatever it is you're seeking, when you don't have those things, they're all self-imposed limitations, beliefs, keeping you stuck. It's time to break free from those. So now let's get into the mechanics, the practical takeaways on how you apply those three mental planes so that you can manifest your desires. So here's where I want to start. Here's you. I'm a very good drawer. This is you. This is you, and you have desires. So I'm going to cut it off at the head here. 5% of you, remember, this is your conscious mind. 5% of you, conscious mind, you have desires, wishes, and the fact that you have them means you can manifest, you can experience them. And this 95%, the rest of you, is your subconscious. How do you create alignment? This is where I want to bring in so science. We can talk about this from so many different angles, and I just want you to know all the methods out there. Law of Assumption by Neville Goddard, those are just his ways of conceptualizing manifestation, and I will bring those in, but they only have the power that you give them. They are just teaching how to do this. Now science, let's say Dr. Joe Dispenza specifically talks about creating brain and heart coherence. Why? When you combine 5%, the conscious mind, with this 95% subconscious, the embodiment, now you have a clear signal, a Wi-Fi. You have that full alignment to connect to the super conscious mind, the quantum field where all potentials already exist. How do you do this? So Dispenza teaches it through meditation. When you disconnect from all your sensory deprivation, when you disconnect and you go within, this is how you move into a theta brainwave state. Think of this as self-hypnosis. Napoleon Hill talked about this in Think and Grow Rich as auto-suggestion. You have the power when you disconnect and lower your brainwave states. I'll drop this on the screen, brainwave states. But when you move into theta brainwave states, self-hypnosis, auto-suggestion, you can now use your 5% of your mind, your free will, to impress onto your subconscious mind what you want to express in reality. I'm going to say it again. When you're in this self-hypnosis state, when you're in theta, you are now creating an energetic alignment with your conscious and subconscious mind. And by doing that, you are using your conscious mind 5% to impress the desire you want onto the subconscious. And think about your subconscious as your operating system. Your subconscious is the one that is sending the signals out, bringing the experiences to you. When these are in alignment, when you have an energetic alignment of your conscious and subconscious, watch out, because this is when the synchronicities and serendipities and the resources and the opportunities come your way. I'm going to share some personal experiences with you, because there's a fine line of like being and becoming the vortex, and literally the opportunities come to you. And there's also a mix of needing to take inspired action. So let me take a pause right here and let me give you some real world examples on how I've done this. And I do this all of the time. I've become a mad scientist in my life, and I'm offering you to do the same. Let me give you two examples, one in which I became the vortex, the energetic alignment on bringing what I wanted to me, and one in which I had to take inspired action. So the first one, I set a clear intention, conscious mind. I set a clear intention. I want to go to a Denver Nuggets game for free. That's it. I got really clear on what I wanted. I felt as though it had already happened, like I imagined myself in the stands at the game. That's it. I let go. And within a couple of days, and this is what I love most about manifesting, when you can detach from the outcome, when you let go of the how and the when, the universe has your back, and like life is full of surprises. But I got clear on what I wanted. I imagined it so real, and then I let go. I went about my life. Within a few days, I believe I did this on a Sunday. And by Tuesday, so 3 days later, on Tuesday, I received a text. I cannot make this up. I received a text from a guy I met 6 months prior who reached out, haven't talked to him in 6 months, reached out. He happened, and I'm putting this in quotes, he happened to reach out and say, "Hey Heather, I'm going to the Nuggets game tonight. I have an extra ticket. Do you want to go?" And I was like, yes, I want to go. And I ended up going to the game. That's how easy it is. That's how easy manifesting can be. You set the intention, you create the energetic alignment, which I'm going to get further into in just a moment, and you let go. It comes to you. Now let me give you another example on manifesting and how I had to take inspired action, listening to those intuitive nudges, those impulses. So I love shopping at Nike. I love athleisure. I'm an endurance athlete, and I happen to be shopping at Nike, and I've never seen what I call a heather pink gym bag. It's a very hot pink magenta, but I desired, so pay attention. I want a heather pink Nike gym bag. That's it. I had the intention, and I was like, ooh, it feels good, and I let go. 2 weeks later, I remember it was on a Thursday, out of the blue, I had this impulse, this desire, you need to go back to that Nike store. And I was thinking to myself, Why would I go back to Nike? I was literally there 2 weeks ago. There's nothing I need. But I don't question those impulses anymore. You have these intuitive nudges as well, and you have to pay attention and follow them. So I followed it, and I went to the Nike store, and I walked in, and I was like, of course. I walk in, and I've been a loyal shopper of Nike for years, never seen this color. Guess what was literally on the shelf as I walk in the door? A heather pink Nike gym bag, and of course I bought it. So there's the difference. One, getting so clear and the embodiment, the energetic alignment, the opportunity comes to me. And another one, when I felt the impulse and listened to those intuitive nudges and had to take action. So now here's what I want to do. I want to explain to you the science and the quantum physics behind manifesting so that you remove that resistance, and again, manifesting made easy. So let's get into the science, the quantum physics. I love this side of it. And I'm gonna share this quote that I share all of the time. Nikola Tesla stated it. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. When you understand this, that we live in an energetic universe, you are an energetic being. You literally create what's called an electromagnetic field. Spirituality would call it an aura. You create an electromagnetic field based on only two things. That's it. Your thoughts, think of them as an electrical charge. So let me write this down. Your thoughts are the electrical charge sending your desires out. This is the clear intention. So your thoughts are the electrical charge, the electrical frequency and vibration. That's the 5%. Your emotions, and then I have to put so much emphasis on emotions. Your emotions are the magnetic force drawing experiences back to you. So let me explain this. Your electromagnetic field is energy, is vibrating. Here's where you get tripped up and why most people aren't manifesting what they want. You've created resistance based on doubt. So if you want something, but you doubt it, if you want something, it means you don't have it and you're not an electrical vibrational match to it. So getting clear on what you want, but doubting it is going to repel it. Getting clear on what you want and thinking about it someday in the future is going to keep it out there someday in the future. Time is an illusion. When you understand that and connect to the superconscious, which I will get into one more time, things can happen quickly and easily and much faster than you think. So when you get clear on what you want, your thoughts are the electrical charge. And here's where it really comes down into. You have to have the emotional state of already having it. So I'm gonna star this. Why? Let me explain. So when you have the emotional state of already having it, let's say you want a relationship and you are already feeling in love, joy, connection, you feel that, that's your embodiment. That's the electromagnetic field you are creating based on your thoughts and emotions. That's what you're putting out. So by doing this, I'll explain how the superconscious comes into play. This is what science calls collapsing of the wave function. You are the observer. Once you get clear on what you want, this is the observer effect. You now have focus on the thing you want. More money, love, an opportunity, success, clients, health, an experience, a car, whatever it is that you want. You are now the observer, creating focus on your desire. Through your thoughts and emotional state, feeling as though it's already done. Why? Here's why you have to feel as though you already have it. It creates two things, certainty and you have conviction. Why are these two crucial when it comes to manifesting? When you know what you want and you feel as though you already have it and you are embodying certainty and conviction, this is much stronger than belief. You have conviction, it's already done. You are emanating that frequency, that vibration of already having it. Your mind does not know the difference between imagination and reality. When you are living in this state with certainty and conviction, your manifestation is inevitable. And here's why. You've created that frequency, that vibration, and you have sustained it. That's when things happen. Now let's talk about collapsing of the wave function. This is where the super conscious mind comes in, or quantum field, right? So this is where all potentials already exist. They are in the quantum field, or we already talked about the 3 planes of existence. The thing you want is already available. You have to match the frequency of it, and by sustaining that electromagnetic field, the super conscious. Now this is where the vibration, the frequency, the wave, so the wave, the frequency and vibration will then collapse into a particle. That's what science teaches us. You don't need to know all of the science behind it, but when you understand the mechanics, you become unstoppable. So know that everything you desire already exists in the superconscious mind, the quantum field. Your only job when it comes to manifesting is to match the energy and the frequency of already having it. When you do that, this is where Abraham Hicks talks about becoming the vortex. When you are matching the frequency, there's a strong electrical magnetic charge connecting the two from the superconscious mind or the quantum field with the subconscious. Now you've created that connection. Manifestation becomes inevitable, and the how and the when, never your job. Your only job is to sustain the embodiment, the electrical frequency of already having it, just like I did with the Nuggets tickets, made easy in 3 days, and just like I did with that Nike pink gym bag within 2 weeks. I want to bring this full circle, and again, to make it easy to understand and more importantly, how to apply it. I think about manifesting as like shopping on Amazon. Think about how easy it is on Amazon, and you're not questioning. Some things are same day, overnight, next day, 2 day, and sometimes things get delayed. But if you think about your manifesting, putting out your desires as shopping on Amazon, you go in the search bar, you figure out what you want, you place your order. Your only job once you've placed that order is to embody the state of already having it. Assume your wish fulfilled. Live from the end. And what that does is, this brings in the be, do, have principle. And most people are doing it backwards. Once I have more money, then I will feel abundant and free. That's not how it works. You don't have a connection. Once I find the person, then I'll feel in love and whole. That's not how it works. You have to understand when you are being it, so be, do, have. When you are being the energetic frequency, the version of you that already has, you are then taking aligned actions, and then you will have what you want. And that is not your job. I would love to hear from you. What is your key takeaway? What are your comments? What are your questions around this? I'm happy to answer and come back to this. But I want you to put this into play. As I always say, knowledge alone is not power. Experiences, application, and implementation is. And here's what I want to offer. One thing to kind of tie this up. If you want to fast track where you are to where you want to be in life, I offer one-on-one coaching. I will include a link below, and I invite you to apply and schedule a free call. What I want to leave you with is this. I want to remind you that you are a powerful creator. And when you get out of your own way, when you let go of the fear, the doubt, and feeling unworthy, and you step into and remember that you are part of the grand old divine, life becomes one big extraordinary game, and you have limitless potential. Thanks for watching today's video. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up and I'll be sure to create more of it. And finally, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop. I'll catch you on the next one.